Good morning. Whoa, my hair. I have little bangs, but they're like wild. That's even worse. I don't know. Anyways, it's so early. It is like 5:30. I have a doctor's appointment today at 10:30, which always makes my exchanges like kind of off schedule. So what I figure out is that if I do my exchange at 6, I can do my second exchange at 9, and it takes me about 30 minutes to get across town. So if I leave here at 10, then I'll be there on time. And so that's why I'm doing my exchange so early, which is such a bummer because I was really excited to go to the gym today, but they open at 5 and there's just no way to kind of squish everything together. Plus, I had to take Smokey out to go potty because he was not feeling well, and there's nothing worse than your dog not feeling well because that usually means you have to clean up things late at night. So we've done that 2 nights in a row now, so I can't quite figure out whether his new dog food is the culprit, I think. I mean, it's like the same brand, but it's just different flavors, or what the situation is. So, and I tend to forget that he's kind of an old man. You know, he and Donnie are basically the same age, and so I have a hard time. So I just, don't want him to get really sick because it's kind of a pain. So right now I have like 4 layers on because I'm so cold. I just took him out to go potty, and it's like 40 right now outside. But I'm really blessed because actually last year I got this really great purple jacket because everybody knows my favorite color is purple. And it was only $12, and it was kind of towards the end of the season because I think they originally were trying to sell it for $24. So I got it for 50% off. And when I saw it, I was like, I love purple, but I was like, will I ever really wear it? And oh my gosh, yes. Yes, I will. Because it was delightful this morning. Like, I really did not feel any shivering coldness. It was just really great. My daughter lives in Washington, and so there's times where we've talked about like us visiting or our differences of weather, and she was just like, because you guys don't experience winter really in Tucson, then you don't really know how to dress for winter, because she'll show up and she'll have like these little light layers of clothes, and she's like, because of the material, it just really holds in our temperature. And so with Donnie being older too, I'm like, I need to really invest in getting us quality winterish clothes because he actually is almost 10 degrees cooler than we are in Tucson, where he's at in the mountains when he works. And so I just don't want him to freeze to death because he will. And I don't want him to sweat to death either. That's the other thing that always worries me. When we have excessive heat waves, I'm always stressed about him being out there. So anyways, I'm so glad I got that jacket. I'm going to look around and start getting things like that because I noticed that this winter, which we're not even really into winter yet, but it's just really cold, and my exchanges have made my core temperature drop just because, I'm putting in something that cools it down, but it's really cold. So it's kind of frustrating in some sense because it takes about 45 minutes for me to warm back up after I've done an exchange. And so by the time that happens, let's say I'm like, either I go back to bed and get warmed up, or I go on the couch and get warmed up, then 45 minutes later I'm able to do stuff and function. And then it's almost like 45 minutes later I have to go do another exchange, give or take. And so it's a little bit frustrating, especially when I have lots of things to do and I need to get going for the day. So I did notice, though, that they sell electric throw blankets, which I thought was cool. And I also told Donnie, I was like, I might need to get an electric blanket for the bed because I don't know if it's aging or this apartment specifically, because, again, we're not in direct sun. Whereas the other apartment, it was like I could go and stand or lay. I would lay often in front of my sliding glass door because the sun would just penetrate right through. So in the winter, it was great because I never turned on the heater, and you could always just go stand in the sun and just feel, nice and warm, or on the patio and have coffee and stuff. But this apartment is so different. So I've already turned on the heater once. And I'm a layerer, though. So, like if I have to put on, like I have a tank top, a shirt, this sweatshirt thing on, then I manage okay. But I'm just like, wow, it is really chilly for me. Everybody else, even Charlie, is like fine. So it's just my situation. So, when it gets cold like that, and we have cold mornings, and then I do my exchange and I have to take Smokey out, it's almost like, oh my God. And then I laugh because I'm like, all those times I always watch Alone, where survivors or, regular people basically go out, where people go out into the environment and they live in like the Antarctic or Siberia or Alaska, and they have to live off the land, and they have to cut their wood, and they have to hunt their food. And I'm like, oh, come on, you guys can do this. And it's barely 40 degrees here, and I'm like, I'm not going outside. I would die. I would die so much. So I have total respect for those folks who do those competitions, or people who just naturally live in that kind of environment. So, I tell you, it's crazy. The perspectives that change when something alters, even so simple as weather, right? So, I'm feeling it. My bag's empty. You could tell, like, I have it all in now, and I just feel like the cold rush of my core cooling down, and it's making me chilly. So I think I'm going to heat up some coffee and then have that to warm up a little bit. The other day I did talk about how I wasn't drinking enough water, and that's true. But when these cold days are like this, I don't really have a good measurement for it, but I know I am drinking enough because I'm drinking a lot of tea, because tea is like perfect for colder weather, especially to kind of, warm yourself up on the inside. And that's what I feel like happens. If you can warm yourself up on the inside, then you're able to function a little bit more faster, I guess. So another cool thing I got, which I think I talked about this a couple videos back, but I needed to get new little pill holders, because when I go out places, like say Breakfast with Glenda tomorrow, sometimes I don't have my giant collection of keys, which has my little DaVita pill holder on. And honestly, we don't really lock our door, because we have we have a pit bull below us who's very guard dog, very sweet little girl, though she is amazing. And then we have another dog below us, but on the side of us, and she, or he, is terror. So when I first moved in and they saw that I had a dog, they were like, hey, we have to, they were like, here's our system. So they told me about their system, because I guess the two dogs don't get along at all. Like they never have. And so when either owner takes her dog out, they'll turn their light on, and that's how everybody knows whose dog is out. I don't turn my light on because, I don't know, I just didn't really think about it. But maybe I should. But anyways, so Smokey's chill. Like, he doesn't care about either dog. But I don't really lock my door, because I'm like, okay, so if you're going to get past those two barking dogs and then up the steps to our home, which really, we don't have anything fancy, maybe a guitar if you want to try to get our giant TV out and down those little thin narrow stairs, I guess go for it if you want to get past Smokey, but honestly, Smokey would just be like, hey, come in, can you give me some food, like he's not really dog guard material. But anyways, so I don't know how I was telling you. So anyways, so on my keychain I have our house key, our mailbox key, and then our storage keys. And my son likes to switch his storage units like every so often. So it's like 3 or 4 months or something, maybe 6 months. And he switches to another place. And depending on that place, depends on which locks you use. And so he will, oftentimes, it's just easier for us to have all those storage keys on one keychain, which ends up being my keychain, because we do store some stuff there with him. It's just like, I don't want to have to carry this big thing of keys with me everywhere, especially when I go to the gym. And so my little DeVita thing too, it looks kind of like a bowling pin. It is getting kind of worn out and stuff. So I was on Amazon, and they have these really cool pill holders. And the key about it, though, is that you want one that's not going to be obnoxious, but also you can get them like waterproof or not, which I think is probably important, but also large enough that you can put a Tums in it, because we have to have our binders. So whenever I eat out, like say tomorrow with Glinda, I need to take a Tums when I eat, because it's going to help bind the things that I don't need to have my body store, basically. And so, but not so obnoxious that it's like you can knock somebody out with it. But maybe you do want that. I don't know. Anyways, so I found these two little guys. So cute. There's silver. There's one that's silver and there's one that's black. And I just chose to change it up a little bit because that's just who I am. I'm going to give one to Donnie. And then I will keep one for my keychain. And I'll fill up the DeVito one and keep that one as like a backup in case I'm out someplace doing storage unit stuff and we stop to eat, and I'll always have my vitamins with me. These ones are pretty cool too because they're like a little bit fatter, so they're able to hold the Tums for sure. And let's see. Trying to open this. There we go. Ooh, this one's like doesn't want to open. There we go. Okay, so see, it's pretty round, so you can get a Tums in there. And in mine, I loaded it up, so I have enough for 2 Tums, 2 B12s, and I have enough room to put in 2. I forgot what this one's called. It's like, I always forget. It starts with a C, but it has to do with helping my system somehow. It's just a vitamin kind of thing. And then D3. So I have that and my potassium pill. So that even the potassium pill fits in here nicely. And so it's like my little concoction of vitamins that I have to take every day. And I only take it once a day. So, and this is just in case, usually I'll have breakfast with Glinda, and then in the afternoon I'll come home and have like maybe a snack or something right before going out to the jam around 6 o'clock. And so that's usually when I take my vitamins here. But this way I have it and I don't have to kind of think about it anymore. It's like, oh, I already done it, for breakfast and stuff. And so it just makes it easier. I'm also taking I'm also taking beef organ supplement, and I really like it. I feel like I have a lot more energy with it. So we'll see how that goes. I didn't add that in this because that one is like almost $30 for a month's supply. And so I just want to be super conscious about when I take it and how often, because I just don't want to waste any of them, or get them. I don't know. I just want to make sure that I know what I'm doing with that, because it's a new thing, right? So anyways, I'm going to let you go because I need to skedaddle and get warm because I'm starting to get pretty chilly. So, all right, have a good day. Drink your tea or your coffee or your water. And I will talk to you guys soon. All right, bye-bye.